I think over a period of time, I've noticed artworks in public spaces, down on the underground or just on murals on walls, and just thinking, yeah, I would love to be doing that. When the job came along, it ticked all the boxes. It was perfect, and more so because it was there for the hospital as well. So it had an extra dimension to it, that it actually had some value in terms of people would benefit from it. So the commission is for the Remeo Centre in Redhill. Remeo means return home. So the patients that were in St Thomas's Hospital who suffer from respiratory problems, they can go to the Remeo Centre and they can recover there. Because we started with the watercolour in the first part of the proposal, I put together some boards. I had a rough idea of what that would look like, so it was using watercolour. I thought it could be abstract still, and with elements of the tree. I wasn't quite sure, using cut up bits of paper and cutting out shapes. So I definitely went through a process of having to find my way. What I like about the process is that you've already taken away a lot of the information that you're confronted with when you go out drawing. So you just come back with the lines and your emotional memory of how it felt. So when you start painting, you just put in the colours that you remember. And because you're looking, you've recorded a lot of information, and it has got a lot to do with whether it's a sunny day or the mood or what happened. And that comes out in the colours. Imagining what something's going to look like on a wall that's 20 feet high or something like that, when you're only on a computer screen and looking at it small, it's a different experience. And in the end, I had to do quite big drawings in my studio to work out what it would start to look like. It was really challenging because I really wanted to work bigger and be much more expressive in my mark making, and I was slightly frustrated that everything had to squeeze through the eye of the needle, my A4 scanner, to get in and then be massive. So it would have to go in and be scanned in at a very high resolution, which made the process of working on the computer very slow. I'm really glad that I spent the time and really scanned in the artwork so it would have the right quality to it. You don't have the whole story worked out when you do these things, and part of the journey and making artwork is that these things come up on your journey, and there are lots of lovely stories that happened while I was making it. It was very good to understand the consideration of the building. I was asked to produce 4 murals. I created a narrative using birds and a story. So the story is to have a flock of birds come swooping into the foyer with Westminster in the background, because all the patients start their journey in Westminster. There's one bird who's less robust than the rest, and he's in red. Then all the birds come into the social space, which is a garden. When I visited the unit at Westminster, they had a small courtyard garden, and inside the garden was this young boy sculpture. I asked about this, and they told me that he actually is the son of the founder. So I took the sculpture and I placed him in my picture, and he will take care of the bird. So the next space is the central ward, and you can see it's a fantastic, beautiful forest with a stag, and our bird is just getting off the ground, and his colour's changing. He's going from red to blue, and he's joining the others. We look onto the final wall, and all the birds are now together, and they're in shades of green and blue, heading off home. I hope it does its job in the sense that the idea of it is to give them a calm, beautiful space where they can mentally wander into those woods I put there for them. It surpassed my expectations. I had no idea the building was going to be as well designed as it is, so I was thrilled.